Turning that awkward, empty wall into a beautiful focal point is one of the best ways to personalize your space. We share with you ways on how to deck the walls on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. Decorating the walls in your home can seem like a mission that sometimes has more questions than answers. And that is because the wall decor possibilities can be endless. Today, we'll show you how to elevate your spaces with wall coverings, give your gallery wall a stylish designer look, hang your framed artwork like a pro, and so much more. So one of the hardest things when it comes to decor for your home is figuring out how to really finish off the space and hang things on the walls that appropriately match everything and look beautiful. Now, if you have very high ceilings, that is one of the biggest challenges when it comes to wall decor, because often it's hard to find the right height to really take advantage of the space and maximize it. So one of my favorite ways to do that is with three-dimensional wall decor like you see here. Definitely something that is great to consider if you're thinking about making a bold statement anywhere in your home. You can go from a very small area to all the way up to 10 feet with the right amount of wall decor like this. And that is one of my favorite things to do when it comes to finishing off a space. And we've got a lot of great examples. Check it out. We are continuing to explore all things home design here at Design Edge in Wynwood. I wanted to share with you some of my favorite things that I've seen here, and a great way to accent walls in your home is with 3D wall decor. This is a great example of utilizing any of these types of pieces to create amazing installations in your home by really using your imagination. One example of what they did here in this booth that I love is that they've clustered together larger objects with smaller objects and mixed it all up. You could do them very linear, freeform, or more clustered. So when you're looking to fill the space of a wall, and perhaps wall art is not what you're looking for in a traditional frame, this type of item is a great way to really amp up your home decor, and one of my favorite ways to do that in my clients' homes. So I hope that left you feeling very inspired to tackle your own 3D wall decor projects in your home. And remember, it's something that could be as easy as a weekend DIY project, or if the items are heavier, please keep in mind that you do want to hire a professional to help with the installation. Coming up, tricks of the trade that will have you hanging wall decor like a pro on SoFlo Home Project.
Welcome to Pine Rockland Estates in the South Miami area, brought to you by CC Homes. I'm Hunter Frankie, host of SoFlo Health, in today for SoFlo Home Project. I want you to meet Shane and learn more about this beautiful home. Let's see if he's here. Something tells me he is. Hey there, Shane.
Hey, Hunter.
What's up, man? How's everything going?
Welcome. Good to see you.
Tell me about this beautiful house we're standing in.
Absolutely. So this is our Lantana model. First off, you can see we did these grand, oversized custom doors right here in your front entry. We walk right in. You've got this wine cellar that we just built, custom wine cellar here in your foyer. One thing that I really love, you've got this huge set of sliders here.
Yeah.
You look straight into the backyard. So it's an awesome home, especially for entertaining.
By the way, speaking of entertaining, beautiful giant kitchen. This island is unbelievable. In fact, I want to hear much more about this, but we also want to learn more about the community as a whole. So let's check in with Chelsea. Chelsea, what makes this community special?
Pine Rockland Estates is beside a Pine Rockland Preserve. It's 12 acres, and this is what brought us to work with Fairchild Tropical Botanic Garden here.
That's the namesake after all. What is the benefit to the people living here to have that relationship?
Well, not only will you have a beautiful home, you'll have beautiful surroundings.
Definitely about complementing each other by being a part of the landscape and not just being a burden on it.
Exactly.
Chelsea, thanks so much for giving us some insight on the community. Let's check back in with Shane. I love that this community is bringing in South Florida even into the fabric of how the community is put together. but I also want to hear about this kitchen. So tell me about it, Shane.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's a gorgeous kitchen. You've got a huge island here, and we did really nice colors. Our designer picked these really warm tones. Upstairs is most of your living space. It's really neat. As you come up the stairs, you've got this large open loft area. You've also got your master bedroom, in addition to 3 additional bedrooms. But all 5 bedrooms in this house are en suite, which is really, really nice. It's a gated community, which is tough to find in this area, and that really appeals to people looking for more privacy.
Shane, you have some other communities coming up that are similar to this one. Can we hear more about those?
Yeah, so we're going to open up a project in Davie coming up. We're going to offer the same houses like this Lantana that we're in now. We're also going to have another community in Sunrise that's going to have a whole range of different houses. If you're interested in learning more about those, you can go on our website, cchomes.com, join our interest list, and we'll stay in touch.
Well, Shane, thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Hunter.
You got it.
What could you do for your home with a $500 Goya Seasonings Greetings gift card? Sounds like a fun home project, but you can use the card for anything you want. Just go to local10.com/contest to register. The Goya Seasonings Greetings winner will be chosen on December 30th, 2024. So enter today, because if it's Goya, it has to be good.
Hi, this is John with USA Windows and Doors.
And I'm Mike Rednauer, the Vice President of Sales. We're here at a beautiful historical church in North Miami.
Our company specializes not only in residential, we also do commercial. And today we're going to show you the quality of installation in this church.
So this church in North Miami has been here for many, many years. And guess what? It was ready for some impact windows and doors. So we've replaced the old stained glass windows with more energy efficient hurricane windows, and it's been amazing. And we're able to accomplish all of that and accommodate them with no money down, no money out of their pocket, no payments for 6, 8, 10, 12 months after installation. So as you can see, we covered up all of the furniture, we covered up the carpet, we protected the pews. So it's all about protecting the home, all about protecting the property. But not only did we do that, but we also, when we did the installation, we took out all the old windows, we put all the new hurricane impact windows in that not only gives protection against storms, but there's a highway out there. It gets lots of noise reduction. The energy efficiency saves money on the FPL bill every single month. So it's actually saving them money month in, month out. We were able to accommodate a lot of their special needs with the Bible, the prayer hands on the glass. That was so custom, and they were so happy to learn that we could do that for them. So just know this, it doesn't matter if it's residential or commercial, we can do custom doors, custom windows, different designs. Anything you're looking for, give us a call, we'll take care of you. And we took care of all the permitting, all the engineering, and all the custom work that needed to be done. This is a very old building, so with all the structural cracks and things like that, we're able to fix everything and make it look so beautiful.
So if you're also ready to upgrade to impact windows and doors, whether it's your business or your residential home, visit us at usawindowsanddoors.com or give us a call.
And we'll take care of all of your hurricane impact window and door needs.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to share some ways to deck the walls of your home. And before the break, we had taken a look at experimenting with 3D wall decor. That's a great way to really take advantage of a large wall space and fill it up with beautiful textural objects. But sometimes you might want a traditional or more classic wall decor look, and that would be perhaps a gallery wall or a grouping of different frames. So if you're looking to elevate your home with some beautiful gallery wall or perhaps a grouping of different frames to create a theme, we have got some great tips. Take a look. Anna, let's start with maybe the difference between what a gallery wall is and how you kind of go about attacking that in your decor versus perhaps a grouping of art to hang on your walls.
Sure. For example, what we have here, this would be a grouping where you have something that matches or that has similar type of frames, similar proportions and dimensions, and it fills a space on top of a sofa
Right, perfect here.
or in a bedroom. A gallery wall, on the other hand, is something that you would do with different type of frames, different themes.
So it all works. And I think the gallery wall is perfect for that eclectic mix, like you're mentioning, right?
Yes, it's all about having fun and about expressing your personality through your art. Typically, you want to be able to fill about 2/3 of the space of the wall. So what is fun with a gallery wall is that you can start sort of a collection and you can build it up and
just
keep
grow
adding
with
to
that.
it. Yeah, exactly. And with a grouping, same thing. You want to fill most of the space or about 2/3 of the space, and you want it to be at around eye level so that you're not looking up too high or you're not looking down
So
too
this
high,
right here
too
is
low.
sort of perfect because it's maybe about a foot above the top of the sofa.
Yeah. If it's something like a diptych or a grouping, because it's usually the same image, you want to hang them pretty close together, maybe leaving a few inches in between. Now, if you're doing something like a gallery wall, then you can space them out as much as you want.
Sometimes when you're like laying out the gallery wall, I like to like put it on the floor and kind of play with the scale. Is there any other tips you could share with our viewers for kind of figuring out the right way to do it?
Yeah, just measure the space, and doing that on the floor is great because that way you don't have to drill on the wall and
No one wants
put
holes in
everything
the
up.
wall.
And then, you know, if you're a little bit computer savvy, you could even take a photo of the space, put it into Photoshop or some other editing software, and you could just plug the images there and see, oh, do I like this one? Do I substitute this one for this other? So those are some tricks that you can do.
That is a great tip, and I think the perfect way to really visualize the gallery wall in your space. Next, giving your empty walls a designer look on SoFlo Home Project.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, this is Shirley speaking, I can help you.
I started my career in the moving and storage business more than 25 years ago, and prior to that I was a police officer in North Miami and served most of my time on the SWAT team. And having seen firsthand the road movers taking advantage of clients, I realized that there was a need for honest and dependable movers, and I thought that I certainly could do a much better job. I met some individuals that were starting a small company, and I got my early start with them and spent some time learning the basics about the business. But then I also wanted to add my own personal touch using my law enforcement background by way of doing background checks and drug testing, and also holding my people to a higher standard, which led to our Superhero Movers Academy. In the Superhero Movers Academy, our candidates are going to learn everything there is to learn about being a mover, from packing boxes to loading a truck, wrapping furniture, even disassembling and reassembling furniture. But we spend a lot of time on customer service. All of our movers are trained in customer service, especially our foremen, because they have to deal with the customer when it comes to the contract. Well, it's better for the customer this way because with full transparency, you don't have the issues that you hear about with the nightmare moves. Initially, we're going to send a certified moving consultant to your home, and we're going to perform an inventory of what's to be moved and or packed. And of course, we're going to give you a guaranteed price in writing. Then, of course, we're going to send you trained professional movers. Again, these are candidates that have been carefully screened, and they've successfully graduated from the Superhero Movers Academy. Well, by doing things the good Greek way and providing an extraordinary moving experience, the customer can rest assured that we're going to provide a professional service with full transparency, and they can trust us. And at the end of the day, this is why we're getting customers for life.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to share some ways on how to deck the walls of your home just in time for the holidays or beyond. So we just took a look at some great ways to create gallery walls and groupings with beautiful artwork, and that is one way to have instant impact. But the second part of that is just as important as selecting the right pieces to group together, and that is to hang everything properly, correctly, and at the right height. So we've got some expert advice for you on how to do just that. Take a look. Matt, let's jump right in to I think one of our most asked questions we get. Where do we even start when it comes to hanging a piece of art over a furniture piece like the sofa? Because I think this is the most common setup in any living room in any home. How high is too high?
Firstly, you want to take it step by step. Don't worry about the height just yet. First, you've got to find your center point. When hanging art over some type of furniture, you definitely want to center it on the furniture, not the wall. If there is no furniture, then you work from the wall and center it that way.
And this is why our art is always one of the last things we do in our home decor installations, because you can't really hang some stuff until you have the piece there.
Exactly. And then once you've got that center, then you can start thinking about the height.
Now, thinking about the height, some sofas have lower backs than others. So what is that range?
Generally, you want to be 10 to 12 inches above the top of the furniture.
Okay.
But that could change depending on the furniture, like you mentioned. This is a very relaxed couch. It's not, for instance, a dining chair, which is a little more upright. Then you might want to go to 15 inches.
So I guess we got to look at all functions of the furniture as well,
Yes, you
because
do,
that
yes.
might block the art. So would you say, Matt, that it's sort of, you go by the rules, but you sort of gauge it based on the actual piece of furniture and the look of the home itself?
You start off with the basic principles, and then every home, every location is different, and these factors then play into consideration of where it's going to go. So the rule of thumb, the gallery standard, is the 60 inches on center. So you can always double check.
So that's 60 inches from the floor to the center
of the piece. Yeah. This is hung on hooks and D-rings. Would you like to take a look?
Take this down. Okay. I'm gonna let you handle the art.
Okay.
You are the expert. I do not want to drop it. So we've got these basic hooks here. How
Yes.
do you simplify the process of hanging these hooks?
Well, first step, remember we had the piece and we decided we wanted it about 6-7 inches above the chair rail. You want to
So we're going to mark
that
our height.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're going to find the center of the wall. So if you can hold that up.
From casing to casing, right?
Yep. Right here. Then we said we wanted it 7 inches vertically. This is going to be our starting point. Now we're going to measure from the bottom of the piece to the top of the hardware. Is 36 inches. And there we go.
Okay, so we got our bottom, and we've got our hanging, the top
Height.
of the hanging D-ring.
Yes. The next step, we want to find the distance from the two D-rings.
Center to center.
Yep.
Okay.
These we can mark on pencil in the wall, because that's where we're actually going to be putting a nail in the wall.
Well, and then the important part is when we're marking that, it's the bottom of that hook, not the top where the nail goes.
Exactly, yes. So this is basically an imaginary T. We're going to be level, because we check that with the measurements from every point.
This is perfect. This is how you get the right height hung properly one time. Next, we inspire you with endless wall decor options on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to share ways to deck the walls in your home for the holiday season or beyond. So we have shown you some great ways to treat your walls. And now I wanted to talk a little bit about two very popular types of wall treatments that we're seeing in home design. So wood slats have been a very big trend. Everyone has really been embracing this. It just adds great visual texture to a wall. Another one that pairs well with that is wall covering or wallpaper. This has just been exploding as a trend over the last few years in home design.
We refer to our product as wall coverings and not wallpaper because paper is printed on paper, and our wall coverings are elevated textures, as we like to say.
We have different types of textures, so it really depends on what type of area we're going to be using the wall covering.
Absolutely, and we're in front of some great textures right here. So why don't we start with this?
Absolutely. This is my favorite collection. The thing with grass cloths is they do create a beautiful paneling effect.
What happens with the Bermuda hemp is that the grass is bleached and the background is pigmented, so it gives you that very refined look with the grass standing out.
Absolutely, but because it's natural, still will have a paneled appearance, correct?
Yeah, you're going to see slight seams.
And it's very interesting that we don't have that with the seamless.
I do like to remind people that we see seams and accept seams in everything else that we have, see, and do. It's in our clothing.
That's a great point.
It's in our drapery. It's in our upholstery. It's in our glass, metal, mirror, everything.
Absolutely. You know what? I've never had it put like that, and I think that's a really great way to showcase it because it is necessary to connect things.
Yes.
So we hope that this episode has inspired you to deck those walls and create beautiful spaces. Next week on SoFlo Home Project, dress up your tree, deck the halls and rooms in your home this holiday season. We show you how to add charm to your decor with rustic, refined design ideas. So I want to thank all of you for joining us today, and we hope to see you again next week for another all-new episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.